Whenever an enemy suffers from any of the Executioner's dot effects, dodges the Executioner's attack. Oh no. Whenever an enemy with dots dodges an attack, all dots currently inflicted on that enemy now do more damage. If the Executioner used Reckless Abandon in the previous round, and by the start of their turn still has temp wounds, they're healed for 8 wounds. Whenever an enemy in a 4-cell radius around the Executioner suffers damage from a damage over time effect, the Executioner heals 2 hit points. Whenever the Executioner or their party members are suffering from dots, these dots do 50% damage. Stacks multiplicatively. 50% damage if there's one Executioner with this talent in the party, 25% if there are 2, etc. Just give the whole party half dot damage? You know what? Let's take that. That's not freaking bad. Medicaid. Alright, Jay, what's up? Did you see that the guy from Nobody Saves the World have a new game coming in 2026? I did not know that, no. At the start of the Overseer's turn, the Familiar heals 9 health. Could do that? If the Overseer or allies are protected by partial cover within 4 cells of the Servo Skull Swarm, they are instead protected by full cover. Sure. Heinrichs. Need more levels for that. Suppression factor. Whenever a psychic power is relayed through Cyber Raven, it suffers 3 direct damage and gains 3 willpower stacks. Let's get slight regen for the Raven, because the Raven's the only member of the party that doesn't have regen, ideally. Because, like, when I cast it on it, it then bounces around and hits everybody else, but it just, like, goes... It channels through the Raven, it doesn't stick to the Raven. Or is this 35, 105? So awareness is very high. And persuasion is very high. Let's do awareness. Alright, I really like the Grand Strategist stuff on turn 1, but I almost never mess with it after turn 1. At the start of combat, the Grand Strategist gains one random unknown stratagem and can use it until the end of combat for 0 AP. I wonder if it's to use it one time during the fight for 0 AP, or you could use it every single turn for 0 AP. Blood Augury... When an ally in combat gains an extra turn, the Navigator gains a stacking +5 bonus to willpower till end of combat, stacks up to 5 times. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one, when the game came out and I played it, this didn't have a max. It didn't say stacks up to 5, it just kept going. So in long fights, it would get pretty silly. Alright. Quick save.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
The Vizier.
That was close.
Would he be proud? Am I? I do what I must.
Oh my god. So many bombs!
Just as he
It's almost as if
ordained.
someone here was not happy to
The
see me.
Vizier. Would he be proud? Am I?
The command runes flash, indicating an error. Oh. Ah! The Vox transmit the sounds of gunfire and death screams. Then you hear Solomon's calm voice. This is GX1 receiving. Requesting support, DX1. Do you copy? Copy that, RT1. Stand by. Over and out. Man, they had a whole bunch of friggin' mines and traps that were leading to a button, and the button is just kill me. Alright, now we're playing the RBTs. Send Glido to close the valve. There we go. That's a good dog, chat.
I'm on my way.
Hold it, the target is in the other direction. Oh, the ladder. Examine. Proctor, the pressure in the fuel pipe's at its limit. We could use the valve to create a diversion and roast a few scoundrels. Open valve. There's two guys standing above the explodey grate.
I'm on lookout.
Alright, I remember a really tough fight up ahead. So, tap and quick save. I say remember this because this was in that little beta thing that we did. Alright, so got a whole bunch of dudes. Like, that is a lot of dudes, and I'm playing 4 people and a dog that I've not played before. When I did this in the beta, there was one like really tanky guy in the group, and he ended up surviving and killing everyone, and everyone else was basically dead the whole time.
Kneel before the Lex Imperialis.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Okay, let's see, devastating attack, kick.
Directed. Accepted. Execute.
Really? That was an 87% chance.
Directive accepted.
Kick him in the face.
Understood. Executing order.
Clayton. Rapid fire. Next range burst attack has a double base rate of fire.
Directive accepted. Understood.
Alright, that hit a teammate, but it did kill 2 enemies. That's a whoops.
Directive accepted.
Alright, you move in here. Taunt everything you can.
Executing order. Directive accepted.
Vanguard. Shield bash is missed. Point the shield forward. Alright. Main guy. That looked like it was going to be a kill.
One of us would be
Apprehend.
enough.
Glato gets a kill. Want to end the turn with Protect.
Let's test our skills, Glato.
Oh, I kind of messed up there. Alright.
Glato, we're undertaking this task.
Okay.
Let's get.
We need to
Show me
regroup.
what you've got. Let's get to it.
Arbitrators are made of plastic.
Escape the Emperor's justice.
Get it, yeah?
We're casting a whole lot of gun.
Taking fire. Requesting backup.
2 of them just died from their own shots.
There's a gap in our ranks.
Alright, Galeto's down. For now.
Under support. Threat neutralized. Directive accepted. Understood.
Alright, 2 down.
Directive accepted.
Alright, Arbitrator Bryce.
Hold the line.
Taunt all of those.
Understood.
Put the
Executing
Sworn
order.
Enemy debuff on the Combat Servitor.
Directive accepted.
Point shield at those.
Activating
Overcharge.
extermination protocol.
And
One of us would be enough.
Apprehend.
Let's test our skills, Glato. Glato, we're undertaking this task.
Apprehend.
One of us would be enough.
Oh, I should have put that on Bryce, not him. Whoops. Hang on, can I... Ah, I messed that up.
The guilty will fall. Understood.
I'm here. How'd you like this?
Let's get to escape the Emperor's justice. Scum.
Show me what you've
Oh, this guy's still alive. I didn't even realize. Now he's not. Stupid robot. That missed.
Executing
That one
order.
hit.
Securing execution position. Direct is fun. This order is unauthorized. Understood. Executing order.
Alright, you taunt that.
Directive accepted. Understood. Executing order.
Let's test our skills, Glato.
Apprehend. And put protect on
Glato,
him.
we're undertaking this task. Hold the formation. We've got a
Trying to
job do,
not hit the
Glato.
dog?
It won't take long.
Okay, that hit him and him. Okay.
Requesting backup! Hold by the Lex Imperialis. Directive force. Threat neutralized.
Okay, he got one with a charge. This is going way better than during our demo. But maybe I've just more practice now.
Executing order.
High momentum.
Directive accepted.
Let's see.
There will be no pardons for the guilty.
That one's done.
One of us would be enough.
Was the demo on daring? You know, I'm not sure. Because, like, the last time I played the game was on hard mode, and then I booted up a new save file for the demo. It's possible that it defaulted to hard mode, and I just didn't even check.
Glato, detection
And,
mode.
you know, which is really high difficulty, and I just hadn't played in a while. It's also possible that it was on daring, and I was just more out of practice. You know Bryce's super tank? Yeah, I said... Bryce was what inspired me to try the Arbites tank for my main character. Because, like, when I did this fight on the demo, I had everyone go down, and then Bryce killed the remaining, like, 8 people by himself. I was like, oh, shoot, this fight's over. And then he just kept living. And I was like, what? Alright, I think this was a cool cinematic. Plant melts a charge. Servo skulls with guns. Glato runs back into the fire. And Glato saves Solomorn. Throne's blood, Bryce, Stein, Clayton. I'm witness to your final judgment. Sargona will not escape me, I swear it. Promethium tubes are connected to the fuel tank. Promethium is basically like oil
Need us
or
to dig
gasoline.
around? Got it.
Plant melts a charge. So here's the guns that have my actual party tied down. Destroy the turrets complete. And what is this? The space from which the captain addresses the officers far more modest than its counterpart on the Rogue Traders vessel. This is modest.
They will see. Oh, yes.
Despite multiple wounds, Solomorn stands firm. The Proctor's eyes are burning bright like he has gotten a second wind. My squad is down. We need to regroup. Here's what we do. I go with you. One of your retinue stays behind to take charge of the defense along with the surviving arbitrators. I am your shadow, Daman. I am your blade and shield. Do not cast me from your side, not when you are but a step from the abyss. Sounds reasonable. Let us move out. Let's not keep the bastard waiting. Alright, so now you get to play with Solomon in the party, but you have to have someone else step out of the party. So the question is... Who? Who is stepping out? Thinking Cassia. Let's do that. Alright, quick save. Can I mess with Solomon's gear or
The
anything?
bane of an arbitrator's existence. At the end of every mission, I'm at the mercy of paperwork.
Adeptus Arbites Foe Hammer. Reactivator Armor. The wearer's reactivate range is increased by 2. Alright, so reactivate is when your pet gets, like, downed, and then you spend 3 AP to get it back up. When using reactivate, the wearer gains 19 temp wounds. Okay, so this is all about staying back and just, like, having the dog kill everything. Adeptus Arbites Shotgun. Alright. Our Guild Wars 2 tweets usually at 12 ESC. Let's see. You must be very proud of yourselves, Lawman. Yeah, usually. Hang on. I mean, it's very possible that they're not doing one today. I mean, my hypothesis from last week could have been wrong. Yeah, I don't see one. So last week, I guessed, I was like, okay, last week they did a broadcast every weekday except Tuesday. And then they did, but then they skipped Friday, and I was like, oh, it's 4th of July. It's a holiday where they are. But then they did one Saturday. And I was like, I'm guessing this is to make up for the 4th of July. So if they're not doing one today, maybe they're doing one tomorrow. So maybe it'll be Saturday again. They've got 2 more classes to do, so if it's tomorrow and then Monday, then that's it before, you know, the Tuesday announcement.
There will be no peace in
Bridge of the
my
Heartless.
wake.
What if they just say we already did 9, they counted Paragon and Writ? Kind of funny. Yes, their class icon is just that whole big fancy artwork. Alright, so during the demo, I actually died in this fight because there was something I didn't understand. There was a device or a button or a switch that you're supposed to get to within 5 turns to shut off a bomb, and if you don't, you just lose. And I didn't notice that that was a mechanic. Alright, Sargona's forehead is covered in sweat, and his expensive jacket is mottled with burn marks. His hands are in constant movement as he works the controls for the warp engine. So, Von Valancius, you think you have won? Think again. I still have one last card to play. The Heartless has lost its Geller field, Sargona. A warp jump without it would be worse than death. Even you are not crazy enough to... Want to find out? Sargona's tongue darts out to wet his lips. Ah, and his voice drops from a shout to a whisper. What's that thing you lawmen always say? Any last words? All right, so real quick, hold on. Let me tell the new bloods in the chat what's going on. All right, when the ships in Warhammer 40k travel, they don't go like light speed or anything like that. When they travel these vast distances, they basically go into a thing called the warp. And then when they travel 5 feet in the warp, it's like traveling miles outside of the warp. So they go into the warp, they travel a little bit, they come out, and they've traveled like 1 billion miles, right? That's how they travel. Now, here's the kicker. The warp is basically hell. All right? So they're kind of dipping into hell, dodging some demons, and dipping out, and then they've traveled, years worth of journey all at once, okay? It's like, yes, it's exactly like the nether math in Minecraft, yes. All right? Now... how do they stay sane when they go through hell? They go through hell, demons are like clawing at the ship, and also people are going insane. There is a thing called the Geller field. It's some kind of device. It's like a force field around the ship, and it mostly protects from the crap in the warp. Still, even with the Geller fields, sometimes people on the ship go insane, sometimes people sprout tentacles, sometimes a demon just suddenly bursts into existence in the ship and they have to put it down. Without the Geller field, it's suicide. It's highly likely that everyone on the ship will die a horrible death if they warp jump without the Geller field. Okay. Awareness. Look around. Failed. Yeah. My navigator is not in the group right now. Solomon catches your eye, then nods subtly toward the most frightening looking of Sirona's guards and drags a finger across his palm, signaling that one dies first. Persuasion. Address the pirates. Whoever brings me Sargona's head will receive a pardon and a spot on my flagship's crew. Success. Your voice echoes across the bridge. A few of the pirates nod at each other and point their weapons at their captain. The captain of the Heartless meets your gaze, and you see in his eyes the desperate courage of one who knows he is doomed. He sneers, then pulls the warp engine lever. Let the gates open. We are headed for the abyss, Von Valancius. You and I have front row seats.
What an amusing attempt at defiance.
Okay, so rounds until warp translation. So here's the thing that my mistake last time during the demo. This fight was the end of the demo I did. Is I was just trying to kill everyone within 4 turns. I think I got to get to that. I got to get someone up here to hit that lever. Now, first thing is these shield generators are keeping us blocked into this middle area. We have to deal with that first. Hold on, I need my blankie. I'm cold, chat. The Geller field down. It's so chilly. Okay, so we need to get someone in a position where they can shoot those generators. All right, the yellow bordered units are the ones that betrayed their captain. Let's put Pascal over here. I'm hoping he can hit that one. We want Echo in the middle. That's Heinrich's bird that buffs everyone. Start battle. Ow.
Too bad I'm still standing.
Oh wait, can I just run through that? Oh. No, I can't. I'm almost certain that I'll get zapped if I try to run through that.
Schemes within schemes.
And the dog just got zapped.
What? No. What if...
Alright, let's see. Solomorn.
Mark the target. Let's test our skills, Galato.
Okay.
Death comes in silence. My blade whispers your name, an offering of blood. As honor ordains.
Alright, Heinrich's turn. Alright. AoE regen.
Lord Captain.
AoE heal. AoE armor and attack buff. AoE quickness.
I won't object to it.
And
Let's see to it.
Word of the Emperor.
I
Shield
won't
of the
object to
Emperor.
it. For the throne's
Zap that
glory.
guy.
Hold on.
Alright, Jay.
Am I getting
Give Pascal
paid for
another
this?
turn. Nice. Okay, he got one of the